How's it going, everyone? We're back with Coffee and Cardboard. There was no news, so we didn't do the news, and now there's been a lot of news, which, great. Regional season just kicked off randomly. On the week, we were like, it'll be fine, there's nothing to report on, and then it all happened all at once, so it would help if I set up my web window. There's always something. There we have it. Feel free to edit that out or leave it in, Tom, whatever. Okay, we are getting high-resolution artworks in the OCG. We probably can't have them because we can't have nice things. But in the OCG, you can get a beautifully pictured frame of Madame Bray or,
the
more
Golden Boy.
importantly, the Golden Boy with the alt art. Where
I mean, it's got a card in the bottom of there, so maybe it's an exclusive.
possibly, either way, it's the preferable art where Golden Lord is being daddy as fuck and he knows it. He's just thinking about it like, oh my god, life is so hard.
The
Being
pain of
Pedro-
being a sex god.
being the Pedro Pascal of Yu-Gi-Oh. So that's the high res art so far. Tom will no doubt get Moz to spend an exorbitant amount of money to get him one for his birthday. But you've got a year to do that anyway, Tom, at least. Well, not exactly, but roughly. Let's not dox you. The big announcement was, like, drumroll moment here. Giant announcement.
I stayed up till 5 a.m.
We were going to report on this. We found out what it was, and it's a tournament
in Japan.
Looking at our stats for viewers, we thought you would all care about this about as much as we did. Great for them, not for us. OCG gets all the nice things.
Yeah, it's a big tournament celebrating the 25th anniversary, and it's really big, and it's in Japan.
And the pricing is probably beautiful, but if we want to attend, we have to probably win the whole thing to make it even pay for itself.
Yeah,
Jesus.
literally.
And let's not forget, you wouldn't get to see the beautiful city of Japan, you would just be playing cards.
And we'd literally have to book a week off.
Yeah.
Like, just to make it worth it.
Yeah. The 2023 World Championship prize cards and playing mats. They are wizards?
Wizzo the Wizard!
Wizards and dinos. That full armor master is very nice.
That play mat.
Which one?
The dinosaur one.
That dino. That's the World Championship, though.
I know. Don't you think I know that?
At least, like, WCQ is attainable. Full armor master's quite nice there. Not big on anime mats myself personally. You are very sad about this dinosaur, aren't you?
Honestly, if I had 15 grand to wipe my ass with, I'd try and buy one.
It's like ulti style. It's like ulti and Starlight.
No, it's extra secret rare.
Extra secret.
Extra secret rare.
When you need secret to go on top of
It's basically
secret.
Starlight foiling, but normal secret rare pattern.
And we've got a magician of sorts.
Yeah, it's a wizard.
Both of them will win the match effects, so...
I know a couple of people who basically took 80% of every one of these in existence between the two of them. So, good luck getting your hands on one of these prize cards within the next 5 years. It isn't going to cost you 50 grand.
Oof. Look at its little wings!
Shut up.
Little tiny
Shut up.
wings.
Shut
Fuck
up.
you.
Skip it.
Anyway, the first card art's from Mega Road Pack 2, so... There's not a lot we can speculate.
I mean, the arts are nice. They're cool. I like the dragon. I always like
Yeah.
dragons. What the hell is that?
Kind of funky. It's like a
It's like a
three-world...
spell card. It'll be a spell card.
Yeah, but it's like a three-world split, so it might be new lore.
Mm.
Guitar with a flaming... That's metal as fuck.
No, it isn't.
I love it. Like, just a flaming wolf coming out of a guitar.
Oh, that's glamour at best.
Yeah, you're right. That is very glam. The edgy guy in the back is like, stop. It's too
Yeah, but
mainstream.
they've made him in a way that he could also be there. That's what I hate about him specifically. It's like you can imagine him just being over a DJ, just vibing.
Nah, I think he's like, oh, no.
I hate this job, but it pays too well for me to give it up.
He's West Ballin from
Literally.
and summoning knives.
Oh, they've already got too many knives cards. What is it with DM and knives? Just give up. Stop making cards for this deck unless you're going to make them good. Like, come on.
Either way, they're the new arts. We'll find out more later.
Rescue Hedgehog!
We have Rescue Hedgehog's effect. Is it great?
Oh, you can banish this card you control. Special summon a normal monster and effect monster from your deck that are level 3 or lower, but with the same type, attribute, and level. Also, the monster special summoned by this effect have their effects negated and are destroyed during the end phase.
That BA card.
No. I mean, you could technically play it in 3 axis, but your turn's over if it gets dash.
Yeah.
It's cool. I like it. It's not quite cat, and it's not quite rabbit, but it's in between.
Yeah, I don't think it's bad.
No, there'll be some application somewhere.
There'll be a way.
It's adorable.
He is adorable. I love the rescue archetype. Legendary Dragon of White and Legendary Magician of Dark dual set in the OCG. So it looks like it's playmats, sleeves, and a card. I have seen this art before.
Oh yeah, they exist as promos, so replicas.
Ah, right.
So you can buy those for about £30 a piece if you want to look for the Legendary Magician or the Legendary Dragon. So yeah, get yourself a good deal on those at the minute. They are cheaper than ever.
Limited edition Legendary Dragon of White and Legendary Magician of Dark dual set can be sold via lottery at Konami style. Their online store and Konami satellite shops. Release date September 2023. 7,000 yen.
Gonna say that's reasonable.
Let's find out.
Comes with 2 rubber play mats, 2 sets of 100 sleeves, and 2 secret rares based on the Classic World Championships. Yeah.
That sounds cheap.
No, it's a lottery style.
What's lottery style? 37.
Lottery style.
38
It
quid.
means you enter to potentially win all of that.
Oh. For 40 quid, that is not reasonable.
All right.
Dual Terminal World in the OCG. It's a new set that's coming out. So.
Oh, hang on a minute. So it includes many cards from 4 existing themes: Ice Barrier, Infernoid. Includes featuring the themes from the dual terminal setting, allowing you to build decks. It includes 4 existing themes, including both new cards and new artworks. So maybe some new Infernoid cards, new Ice Barrier
Infernoid
cards.
support. Let's make them playable.
They've got to be very careful with Ice Barrier for a very good reason.
Why? It's.
They have the best, like, synchro toolbox in existence.
Yeah. But the extra deck monsters always suck if they print a good. Not extra
That's
deck.
what I'm saying.
Main deck.
If they print good ones.
No, that's not canon. There can't be a good Ice Barrier.
That's what I mean.
But Infernoids, that's hype for me. I like Noid, and they've just been unplayable since the
I'm probably
Monster
never going to
Game.
get this. This is too cool for us to ever receive. It's coming out in the OCG. Why are we covering it?
Well, with that, new sleeves have been announced for the OCG. Tom will probably make you buy them, because look at that art.
DM, as always, is losing against the 3K beat stick. I mean, look at the size of his portion against that thing.
I mean...
Come on! As always, 2-5 always loses to 3K.
Master Duel upcoming packs, which are probably already in. Chaos, Draco Slayer, and Kashtira. So, as we know, Kashtira is now in Master Duel. And is it in at the same time that Tyr hasn't been nerfed to bits?
Yep.
We might get an answer on which one actually works in the... Because, like, Cash kind of hard counter Tyr, you know?
Yeah, but we've also been proven that Cash also works with Tyr.
Cash also works with Tyr. So...
All this does is wreak more havoc. That's all this does.
Master Duel's meta just sounds...
atrocious. It is World War Ford out there.
Yeah, we're all out here shooting at each other with, like, BB guns. They've got howitzers.
Yeah, they're not. It's not cool.
Yeah.
It's Death Mountain out of Ready Player One. It's not cool.
Fire King announcements.
Oh, way up, more cards.
So I reckon this is one for you.
Right. So we have Flame King Beast, Hunaman. Okay.
Fire King Avatar, Hunaman.
Hunaman. Play on human, I imagine. Anyway, level 4 Fire Beast
Might
Warrior.
be Hanuman.
Probably can be searched by Tenki. I'm not sure. First and second effect once per turn. If a face-up Fire King monster you control is destroyed, as by every card that ever says Fire King, you can special summon this card from your hand. Alright, free level 4. When a spell or trap card or effect is activated, quick effect, you can negate the activation. And if you do, destroy another fire monster in your hand and face up on the field to then trigger that card and plus about 15 times.
I'm guessing that's pretty good.
They've just printed Sprite Carrot for him. What do you think? I'm just giving him Sprite Carrot.
Okay.
Alright,
All
Fire
right.
King Sacred Immolation. Quick play spell. Always good news. First and second effect once per turn. At least they're putting that on them. Target any same number of Fire King monsters you control and any cards your opponent controls. Destroy them. It misses out the part in brackets where you plus for every Fire King card you've also destroyed by this card's effect. If a Fire King card you control will be destroyed by card effect, you can banish this card from your graveyard and just... I don't see why you'd want to do that.
Aren't they a starter deck coming up, the Fire Kings?
No, it's an additional to the additional. So they're both starter strat. They're cheap as chips. So basically, this card is pretty busted. I don't know why you'd use the second effect. I think it'd be an occasional one if your opponent tried to out anything. But the first effect is insane. The next, to be honest, the only saving grace about this, it's OCG news at the minute, so I don't think we have to worry about the blaster.
I think Blaster's inevitable.
Oh yeah, it will get reprint. I forgot it came off. Anyway, so
did I forgot I have one.
with the old stuff, what we need to consider is that some of them still might be Wens from back then, so there might be a couple of the Fire Kings that miss timing. You can use the first and second once per turn. Solidarity Strike of the Fire King. Special summon a Fire Beast monster. One Fire Beast Warrior monster and one Fire Wing Beast monster. So summon the entire Fire King archetype. One from each of your hand, deck, and grave, but their effects are negated. Also destroy them during the end phase, as if they're staying there. And they also plus if they do get destroyed. You can banish this card from your graveyard this turn. Your opponent can activate cards or effects when your Fire King monsters are normal summon or special summon. That's quite cool. Right, so 3 cards that presumably make the
Blaster
deck a bit
Burner,
silly.
Nimazord, Royal Firestorm Guard, Rekindling, obviously.
Yeah, Rekindling is the deck.
Lots of reprints. A pointer.
Power Stone. Why is Power... Well, I do like Power Stone.
Coach King. Diamond Dyer.
I love that card.
Diamond Dyer's kind of sick. Eater. So, yeah, interesting things. And new sleeves for September, foreshadowing a little bit of
Oh,
something.
you go, man. That is adorable.
Mm.
You can't
Pirellis.
lie. That is adorable.
Yeah, but the deck isn't.
I know. It's
Yeah.
evil. It's disgusting.
So, Judai, is that the OCG name?
Yes.
Judai.
Jaden and Ubel.
Yeah.
How do I put this one down to brass tacks? Jaden merged with Ubel.
Spoilers, jeez.
Oh,
It's
who
a
cares?
relatively new anime, right? Next.
Yeah, you may have been an adult when I was watching it, but at the same time,
I
it's
was
all.
not an adult.
I was 6 and 7.
I don't even think I was in high school when that.
You were finishing it.
Yeah, I stopped playing in 06.
Just add 9, 6, and 7, and you have your age.
Hang on.
15 and 16.
I don't think I watched it, but I have memories of it.
It was a pretty big thing. They had a full promotional. It was the second biggest marketing campaign they did.
Yes,
for it.
but I was in high school and TCGs weren't cool.
No.
When did?
While he's looking information up, we have a new Memento Dark Blade.
Yes, read it.
With the same the same stats, 1800 and 1500 defense. This card is very iconic. It's pretty good, actually. You can use the first and second effect of this card's name once per turn. If this card is normal summon or special summon, you can discard a memento card, and then target one spell or trap card your opponent controls, destroy it. So it is an inbuilt MST that can potentially load your grave with a memento card. So that might be cool. And during the main phase, you can destroy a memento monster you control, and if you do, special summon one level 3 or lower memento from your deck. So it can destroy itself, it can destroy another one, and you're basically getting an E-telly from it. So you're rotating into another play. It's pretty cool. I like it. So
it says
right at the back end for that. End of 2008.
No, it was not the end of 2008. That might be a different season. Because, like, I just saw...
No, that'll be the when it's finished.
Season 1.
Yeah.
7 Stars Saga, 2004 to 5.
But they were still broadcasting that when I was a kid.
I was 12.
Yeah. Alright. When it came out, but when I was watching it was the point.
Okay, yeah, well...
Hey, don't blame CITV is what it was named then for broadcasting it when I was like 5 or 6.
It was still CITV when I was a kid. I'm not.
All right. We're getting somewhere.
Right, you've read this.
Finally, a common overlap when the one-wheel bike weren't a thing. All right, next one.
The Ubel support.
Oh,
You suck. Just objectively a bad man.
I'm sorry.
So, it is Spirit of Ubel, a level 10 Dark Fiend effect monster, attack 0, defense 0. You can only use the first and second effect of this card's name, each once per turn. 1. When an opponent's monster declares attack, you can special summon this card from your hand. 3. Level 10. Okay. If this card is special summoned, you can take one spell track from your deck that mentions Ubel and either add it to your hand or set it. Rotors for the spell traps. 3. Can't be destroyed by battle, so you take no battle damage involving this card.
They all have that
Easily
clause.
outable. If this card is destroyed, you can special summon your Ubel that is banished or in your hand or deck or graveyard.
So anywhere you want. So
Regular Ubel.
that's how you climb.
Yeah, so you can special summon a Ubel.
Yeah. So it's how they, rotate into each other.
Okay. The next one is a level 8 Dark Fiend effect monster, attack 3k, defense 300. You can only special summon Geist Grinder Golem.
Oh god.
Grinder Golem was part of...
Yeah, the Ghost Grinder Golem. Alright.
Geist?
It's the Ghost. Geist, German. Ghost. So it's the Ghost of Grinder Golem.
You can reveal one Ubel monster in your hand, special summon this card from your hand to your opponent's field. Then you can special summon the revealed monster. That doesn't seem like...
I don't know if the ruling is that it has to be the original Ubel or a Ubel monster. I think it's a Ubel monster, so you'd be alright.
Yeah, it's not Grinder Golem though, is it?
It can't be. That would just be stupid.
Yeah. Once per turn during damage calculation, if this card battles a Ubel monster, your opponent gains 3,000 life points, meaning you, not them, who will have it. If you special summon a Ubel monster while this card is in your graveyard, you can special summon this card to your opponent's field. Okay.
This deck is going to be an absolute bastard in time.
Deck's just going to be annoying. I don't know about good, but irritating.
Oh, wow.
So we've got 2 retrains of 2 of the most broken cards in history. So we've got Samsara Regenerating Lotus, and it just looks so grumpy. Level 1 Dark Fiend effect monster, attack 0, defense 0. You can only use the first, second, and third effects of this card's name each once per turn. How many do you want? You contribute this card, special summon a Ubel monster from your deck.
Told you, E-telly.
Are there clauses that stop it getting the big ones?
Probably Nightmare and Incarnate, with it say you cannot special summon this card.
It's just either spirit or regular.
Yeah, I'll double check actually while you're reading.
Yep. During your opponent's turn, when a monster effect is activated while you control the Ubel monster, quick effect, you contribute this card. That effect becomes destroy one Ubel monster on the field. Okay, so that's kind of the same as Grapha, but different. During your end phase, if you control a Ubel and this card is in your graveyard, you can take this card and either add it to your hand or special summon it.
Right, so it can't special summon Incarnate or Nightmare, but the U-Bell that says it can summon a U-Bell monster can special summon Incarnate.
Well, I think the setup is normal summon it, or 1-for-1 it, or whatever. Tribute it, summon a U-Bell, end phase, summon it back, and it's a negate that changes the... It's not a negate, it changes the effect to destroy the U-Bell. So the U-Bell gets popped, and then you get to go into a bigger one. So it cuts you, like, waiting 3 turns down to 2.
Anyway, so you Incarnate, for those who don't know, you can't attack it. Otherwise, you're going to take damage equal to the monster's attack that you've attacked it with. So you may attack it, but you're going to lose. You're going to lose a lot of life points. And then during the end phase, Mirror Jade, just casually. And then when it does leave the field, and if you do out it, it summons Nightmare. Now Nightmare, the infamous one. If it will stop. 1 second.
Was Wikipedia giving you ads?
Yep.
It's like 80p, just buy it.
Cannot be summoned must be summoned by U-Bell in Terracarnate, so it can't be summoned by another U-Bell, it has to be summoned by Incarnate. You take no battle damage involving this card. At the end of the damage step, if the face-up monster attacked... if this card face-up attacked or battles an opponent's monster, inflict damage equal to that monster's attack to your opponent, also destroy that monster. So... basically, it's Kamikaze Turbo, if you're going to go the old route, but you won't be doing that.
I imagine it would just get sent all
Oh, it'd be rubbish. It'd be rubbish, you just stick with this.
Okay, so, new fusion, level 12 Dark Fiend effect monster, attack 0, defense 0, materials 1 U-Bell, and 1 effect monster on the field. You can only use the first and second effects of this card's name once per turn. If this card is fusion summoned, you can inflict 500 damage to your opponent for each fusion material used for its summon. Super Poly only lets you use 1, right?
Nope.
No?
Because you can summon Stabbing Venom using 2.
Yeah.
So if you manage to successfully summon a U-Bell, Super Poly becomes the most broken card in the game.
So, if I'm reading this right, you can Super Poly an entire board away.
About 4 negates, if you want.
Which can't be responded to.
Yeah. And then inflict 2,500 damage to your opponent.
That's actually
kind of busted. Cannot be destroyed by battle. A card effects or take no damage from battles involving this card. If this card battles an opponent's monster at the end of the damage step, inflict damage to them equal to that monster's attack, and if you do, banish it. Does it suck now?
Yeah.
Shut up.
But, not in the way I'm... 1+ effect monster.
Yeah, so...
Stick a U-Bell.
You're forced to kind of negate the Samsara card. Because that just summons a U-Bell. So does the Grinder. You basically, any card that summons U-Bell, you're going to have to negate it.
I mean, if they don't have Super Volley, the whole thing falls apart. Like, that's the strongest bit about it. But if they do, you've got, like...
Don't forget, Super Volley's searchable.
Oh, for God's sake, it is.
Pediplant Darlington Cobra gets it. And that's an engine.
That's not a plant. That's hell.
I'm not on about that card.
No,
Getting a
no,
U-Bell
no.
doesn't have to involve that. We've got a spell to read yet.
God. I just can't get over Super Poly hitting, like...
It's not going to get played, but it's cool.
Yeah, but, like, the one person with the absolute brass balls to do it to you, tell me your jaw isn't going to be on the floor.
I'd cry.
Mm.
I'd have to curl up in a ball while I'm eating ice cream, if that happens to me.
Just the, Peter Griffin after he's had his first prostate exam.
That wasn't so
Right.
bad.
Wow. Okay. Spells.
Destroy dark monster in your hand and face up on the field. Add a U-Bell, or one card that mentions it from your deck. So, Rota. By controlling a U-Bell monsters or your opponent's monsters must attack them, if able. Your opponent takes any battle damage you would have taken from battles involving a U-Bell monster.
This deck is going to be so irritating.
And then we've got Mature Chronicle. Please tell me this is an E-Telly. You can use the second effect once per turn. Each time a Yubel monster or a monster that mentions Yubel is summoned, place a Chronicle counter on this card. You remove up to 5 Chronicle counters you control to activate one of these effects. Special summon a Yubel from your grave. If there's 2, add one of your banished cards to... Oh, so you can only remove up to 5. So if you can Foolish one, you can just reborn a Yubel. So...
5, add a Super Poly from your deck to your hand.
They built it in. 4, destroy a card in the field. 3, banish 1 card from the deck. 2, add a banished card from your deck. To your deck, and sorry.
I don't believe for a second it will be good, but...
It's reading ridiculous, isn't it?
My God. Yeah, like, I still don't believe it will be good. This is not going to win, like...
I'm sorry, but I'm experimenting with this.
I'm down. We're going to put stuff up on the channel as long as it's not stupid expensive.
Right,
but...
traps are always crap, so we've got that going for us.
Yeah, it's continuous and not a
Yeah. So, can't be a floodgate or anything, could it? Once per turn, you can activate one of these effects, but you can only use each of the following effects this card's name once per turn. Special summon a Yubel monster that is banished or in your grave. Neither player can activate a card or effect when it's summoned. If you control a Yubel, discard 1 card, send this card face up from your spell and trap card zone to the graveyard. Fusion summon a Yubel monster from your extra deck using monsters from either field as material.
Is that Spolly on a trap?
That's Spolly on a trap, mate.
So they've got going first and going second options.
And
the non-respondable.
They can... No, that one is. That second effect is. That first effect isn't.
That changed Spolly.
I mean, that is Spolly. So they've got 6 cards that use your monsters to fusion summon into their fusion, which then kills you.
Right. Again, I'm going to say... I don't believe it's going to, like, top anything higher than a regionals. And whoever tops a regionals with this, Giga Chad. But, like you said, it just reads nuts.
People have been shitting on this archetype for as long as it exists.
They've been right to.
And now, they've not only just encouraged Super Poly, but they've also been inbuilt it into the archetype. That is...
You know that really unfair thing? I'm
gonna read Yubel real quick, like original Yubel, just to make sure that there isn't anything silly going on here.
While you do that, I'm just gonna convey the thought that big 3 dark Predaplant monster I thought was kind of amazing, because when it came out, you could just eat an Orcus board immediately as an option.
There are no summoning restrictions to the original Yubel.
Great.
And so they've got 6 copies of free Yubels. They have 6 copies of Super Poly. That's 12 cards. They have a rota for every one of them. So that's 15. And they also now have
an open-ended best Spolly target in the game.
You know, just branded splash this in.
Don't.
Because they can just normal summon the Samsara and let Branded Fusion do the work.
Well, the worst thing is, Branded Fusion, Ash, fine. Watch this.
I think Branded might be able to splash this in, you know. They could even send a Yubel to grave.
Yeah.
Anyway, next slide.
I'm kind of beside myself. But yeah, I cannot believe that.
I can't wait. This is going to be so fun.
Aside from it having the Yubel monster, that is the best Spolly target in the game. Okay, Master Duel had an August 10th update. There's a new card art for IP. Some other stuff happened, presumably.
Oh, and a Masterpiece monster art.
Is Masterpiece legal in that? No, that's not
That's the other Masterpiece.
That's the other Masterpiece. Yeah. Chaos Angels sleeves. That border's quite nice. They basically...
They've done things. They've done Master Duel things.
But yeah, and the meta's still...
It's a battlefield.
Unleash Justice with Centurion.
Okay.
So, Centurion Primera. A level 4 light spellcaster tuner. Attack 1600, defense 1600. You can only use the first and third effect of this card's name each once per turn. So, first being, if this card is normal or special summoned, you can add one Centurion card from your deck to your hand, except itself. But you cannot special this card again for the rest of this turn. That's fairs. 2, your level 5 or higher Centurion monsters cannot be destroyed by card effects while this card is treated as a continuous trap. Okay, during the main phase, while this card is treated as a continuous trap, you can special summon it. This is interesting. Would you like to...
Centurion Trudia. Use the first, second effects once per turn. During the main phase, you place this card you control and one Centurion monster in your hand or deck, except Trudia, face up in your spell and trap card zone as a continuous trap. But you cannot special summon Centurion Trudia for the rest of the turn. During the main phase, while this card is treated as a continuous trap, special summon it, you can increase this level by 4. Alright. It's a bit of 8 synergy.
So, Centurion Emmet 6?
Yeah.
Level 8 Earth Machine effect monster, attack 2000, defense 3k. You can only use the first and second effects of this card's name each once per turn. During your opponent's turn, if this card is in your hand or graveyard, quick effect, you can target one Centurion monster you control, except itself, place it face up in your spell and trap zone as a continuous trap. And if you do special summon this card during the main phase, if this card is treated as a continuous trap, you can special summon it. Where's the payoff? It all seems pretty interesting. Let's see if there is one.
Centurion Legatia. Or Legatia. Generic. Level 12. Love it. Machine Synchro. 3-5 attack, 2k defense. We all love things that have 3-5 attack, don't we? First and third effects once per turn.
I just read the first one and it's cracked.
If this card is special summon, you can draw a card, then destroy the face-up monster your opponent controls with the highest stack of your choice, if it's tied. Okay, so draw and a pop. Cool. Your monsters...
That's your best generic 12 target now.
Is it? Crimson Dragon's pretty good.
The one that you would target to chuck out.
Yeah, but it's if it's summoned, so we'll see if it's got a quick effect.
You're using MathMech.
Your monsters with 200... I'm basically using whatever gets the cookie out.
Exactly, so this is exactly that, but gives you a draw.
Your monsters with 2,000 or less attack cannot be destroyed by battle. Alright, well, it's cool. I'll flip them and send them anyway. 3. During your end phase, place one non-synchro Centurion monster from your hand or grave face up in your spell and trap card zone as a continuous trap. I presume this next spell is a rotor.
That's pretty cool. I'm still not seeing like the big payoff, but so far it looks like an engine to me. You can only use the second and third effects of this card's name each once per turn. This card name being Stand-Up Centurion. 1, second and third. First one, cannot be destroyed by your opponent's effects while you control the Centurion card. So you can't out it unless you send it, or spin it.
Or return it.
Or
ding-dang-doodly-do, whatever the Yu-Gi-Oh card
it.
gets around it.
During your main phase, if this card was activated this turn, you can send one card from your hand to the graveyard, place one Centurion monster from your deck, face up in your spell and trap zone as a continuous trap. Might as well be a rotor. If a monster is special summoned, you can, immediately after this card effect resolves, synchro summon using materials you control, including a Centurion monster. So, Faith of Centurion. Go ahead, Moz.
Place a Centurion monster from your hand or grave face when you spell and trap card zone as a continuous trap. They all do this. And then, if a Centurion Synchro monster is special summon to your field while this card is in your graveyard, banish this card, target a Centurion monster in your graveyard, place it back. Alright, so the Synchro puts one back. This spell places one back. So do it again.
Cool. And the trap is not a counter, but there is one beneath it. Normal trap, Centurion Phalanx. Phalanx? Tom will probably tell us unless he doesn't. Normal trap card. You can only use one of the first and second effects of this card's name once per turn, and only once. that turn. You can target one face-up monster card on the field, banish it, and if you do, special summon it to its owner's field during the standby phase of next turn. That's not terrible generic removal. You can banish this card from your graveyard, then target one Centurion Synchro monster in your graveyard, special summon it, and if you do, it loses 1500 attack. That's not terrible generic removal. That's Farther.
It's a judgment.
Is that just it?
True Centurion. When a spell trap or monster effect is activated, send one face-up monster card from your spell and trap card zone to the graveyard. Negate the activation if you do destroy that card. This is also a generic counter trap for Crystal Beast.
I was going to say Crystal Beast. Does it count for Pendulum? Weird ruling.
Yeah, it does.
It does?
Yeah.
Okay, so...
Pendulum now have another counter trap.
Does it work for Valence? Do they pop
Yeah.
into the back row?
Yeah, it does.
I mean, I know they're penned anyway, but...
They use 2 cards that penned.
It is Valence that, like, dance about, isn't
They
it?
do. They do dance, and
Yeah.
that's what I hate about them. And some OCG reprints we don't care about.
Gravity Collapse. Okay, yeah. That's an interesting engine. Well, that was reference art. If you want to go see it, go and
It's
have a look.
there.
I just double tapped my thumb, and honestly, it's not that long of a segment anyway. So, Valiant Smashers has been announced for the TCG. And is there anything?
Hang on a minute. It's just the top paragraph that tells you. They belong to a museum, but instead of monsters of yesteryear, rise again and more powerful than ever, thanks to Neverworld realm of Memotolan. Send a never-ending army of monsters to wear down your foes, then recycle the pieces to summon a new 5k attack level 11 boss monster, Tethulika. Tekathula. Read it and just decide what it's called on yourselves in your own time. It's a play on Cthulhu.
This word there. Is this the one with the what the brilliant eyes are?
Tekalita?
Is this the one with the engine that I really wanted? The very cool one.
Yeah, I think this one has the lady in it.
Yeah, what is the lady?
I can't. We literally that reference art was the reference art to that lady. Do you want to just go back one?
Oh, it's got the. That's what they're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's gonna end up being about a 35 quid card, you know.
Well, we're probably both gonna take a hit because you want Fabulous Sari.
Again, it would literally just be collecting dust. I like the artwork.
Yeah, but anyone would think we have a channel and we probably need to do interesting things every now and then instead of just playing Dino for the rest of our lives. Anyway.
Thanks. There we are.
Reference art that I won't double click over.
What's she called?
That's all seen. Okay.
All right, don't tell us. All right.
OCG, there are new rulings for the Age of Overlord. This might end up applicable for reasons. We're not going to read
Oh,
this.
go. Well, there was the name. She was literally right there.
Ah, so she's in a
Diabel Star, the Dark Witch.
Diabel Star archetype.
Sorry for forgetting her name. She is going to be
She's in
meta-defining.
Yeah.
So, yeah, watch out for this card. It is going to create aneurysms. And do what every Yu-Gi-Oh player does and just ignore the fact that these rulings are available to us here anyway.
Either way, read those rulings if they interest you. I'm going to try and get her on pre-release, I think.
She is going to be expensive.
You never know. Sometimes there's boo-boos. More reference art for Levianite. The Battle City box
I mean,
for speed duels is a thing.
there's new skills.
So there's the skills. It's just the skill cards. I can't comment to how good these are. We need to learn speed.
Check them
duels.
out, read them. I will learn Speed Duel,
Yeah.
and we will look at incorporating it into the new year.
Yes. Light versus Dark event in what?
Master Duel.
Master Duel. Light and Darkness Dragon Sleeves, nice. Master Duel are doing Master Duel things. Check out the event. I don't know if it's still running.
And just have fun.
But, yeah, enjoy it. We tried, but it's hard.
That was mostly my fault. I apologise.
Why was it your fault?
Because I hated it.
Yeah, you did just kept. Have you burped?
Sorry.
It's thick.
I know.
Not while we're filming. Tom, edit that out or keep it in. I don't care.
I was being human.
Don't. So anyway, the Battle City set spoiler is out.
Goat reprints.
Yeah, so like the commons, unless there's anything that really jumps out, which I don't think there will be, because mostly your expensive goat stuff is...
Dust Tornado?
Yeah, they're accessible anyway. It's normally stuff that's like banned anyway.
Foolish Burial's a common. We'll go
But
down.
the interesting bit... Oh!
Secret, Slice of the Sky
Secrets,
Dragon.
Slifer, no. Dark Magician,
That'll
no.
be new art, though.
Right, they are all commons, so...
A couple
Normally,
secrets.
what we quite like, because we don't know the meta, or I should say me, in addition, following 24 cards will be available as secret rares.
Anti-magic arrows.
Wonderful.
It's going to have a big
Anti-magic
fat
arrows.
speed duel written in the middle of the effect, though.
It's not... It's fine.
No,
It's
it isn't.
absolutely fine.
It's not.
It's a secret.
So?
They look just the same.
Anyway.
They are perfectly legal.
Kaiku.
Secret Dust Tornado is nice. Gearfried is nice. Kaiku is very nice for Go. I think Gearfried is already...
Maraudering is quite popular in some Goat builds.
Yep, I'll 100% get them. Have you watched my new
Yeah, the Blind Loyal.
homage to Yugi No?
Yeah,
Entirely your fault I started watching him, and
He's
I'm
brilliant.
pretty happy about that. Great.
Exchange as an accessible secret rare. That's nice.
Yeah. Nightbeam.
Yeah, it's
applications.
a nice little tech staple. There is no wrong. There's nothing wrong
Yeah.
about playing Nightbeam, but I personally like Gyoku because the card you target cannot be activated in response.
Yeah.
Gyoku is my favorite.
Anyway, yeah, anti-magic arrows, just coming back to that, I would far rather play a nice speed duel secret than a gold rare. But maybe
They also
that's
come in
just me.
Ultra. Classic Ultras.
Yeah, and you also probably pay... I'm talking like budget having a little bit of
Alright.
shiny shine.
Alright.
Sometimes for like a niche tech, I'm not gonna just be like...
That and Trisbana is devastating.
It is, but do you know what? It's not that easy to pull off.
You can do it in Math, man.
I'm well aware. Stop pushing MathMech at me. The 2-player starter set has been delayed. It's kind of a shame because it's a really cool
Why is
product.
there a Zeus on the packaging?
Because Zeus is in it. Have you not kept up with this? There's Visis in it as well.
Oh, cool.
This is fantastic for new players. I'm super excited about it. Obviously, like, there's a lot of stuff in here that I just don't need. I'll probably pick them up for the channel, just because content, and see what we can do with them. But no, these are super cool. It's a bit of a shame that they're delayed. So the official launch should be in January now. I messed something up.
Okay.
So yeah, it'll be great to see these. It's very late and I'm very tired. January launch now, so not too long. We got a new card. You can read it. I'll let you.
Alright, Valamonica Skelter. You can activate this card's name once per turn. Apply one of these effects, your opponent's choice, if you do not have a Valmonica in your Pendulum Zone, as like the archetype that we have covered. Gain 500 life points, place one card from your hand to the bottom of the deck, then draw two. Alright, so a bit of consistency. Or take 500 damage, then you can add one Valmonica spell or trap from your deck to your hand. I'm pretty sure they have a rotor anyway, so... Yeah.
Nice.
This
The
looks
next
sick.
V-Jump promo, and we'll say straight away, it loosely translates to Blaze the
Supreme?
Rebooting. Blaze the Supreme Ruler of Dragons.
Rank 7, let's hope it's a generic negate that requires 2 level 7s for Kashtira.
No.
Okay.
Merch, the Millennium Rod Complete Edition has been announced. I think it's probably just a pin or something and not just a giant staff.
It won't be a scythe of sorts, mate.
Yeah. So, cool. Rescue monsters are being put on things, and it's adorable. If you want them, buy them. Excuse me. That brings us to the end of the news segment and into what's gone on competitively. Worlds happened. So, latest world champion is Paul Steven Aronson.
Bestial Dragon Link.
Dragon Link. I did catch that.
So these are all the previous winners.
Yeah. 2019 Salomon Great, Trickstar, True King Yangzing Dinosaur. Sounds like a great time to be alive.
It wasn't.
Blue Eyes, the infamous one. Telenite, Infernity. Sounds like a great time to be alive.
That wasn't so bad.
Dragon Ruler. I think I've actually seen the replay of this. Insector. Agent Fairy. Frog FTK. This is just an interesting walk into the past. Blackwing. Glad Beast. That was your deck. Trooper Monarch. Chaos. That was back in my time. Metamorphosis Chaos. And Chaos. Chaos had the best win rate in history.
Hand Destruction.
And that's the first on record. No way has Chaos still got the best.
Well, the first one with the gold-plated BLS, nobody knows where that is.
Yeah.
So they don't even know if it exists anymore.
So that was the Hand Destruction one.
No, that was a different one. I'm saying the first ever.
Yo, that looks sick.
The Millennium Puzzle.
Yeah.
I bet that'll be worth a pretty penny now.
Yeah.
Anyway.
What's that one?
That's a black of sorts and a prize card in his other hand. And then they just gave out prize cards.
Oh,
and they kept giving out plaques. Trophy.
That's really cool.
Anyway, either way, whatever the holding's going to be a house deposit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, now it's a trophy with the millennial... The millennial puzzle.
It's a better market with affordable housing.
Okay.
Anyway. So yeah, the World Championship rundown.
Then you saw Soul in the finals.
Yeah, Vanquish Soul running in third. Bestial Dragon Link again. I think this is what caused the confusion where you thought Vanquish Soul had won it.
No, it was after the Swiss standings that my problem came up. So
yeah.
Anyway,
Rika got high and so did Mathmat. Punkishizu Tillements. That's interesting. Anyway, OCG metagame report. We have Rescue Ace starting to lean into dominating a little bit here.
It was dominating the last time we looked at this.
Yeah. So
I don't think that's actually changed. No, we've seen this.
Ah.
Yeah, we went through these.
Strange. Are you sure they're just not that same?
No, I promise you, we went through these.
Okay. We had the area championship for Yokohama?
Yeah.
No offense if I got it wrong. Their maps are way nicer than ours. You get. So we have Grass Super Heavy Samurai, Shizu, Vezel, and Thad Emancipator. It's the pile.
A singular gamma.
Great. I mean, what are the chances of drawing both bricks in a 60 card deck?
Very unlikely.
So, you know, glass half full. Branded.
Well, I guess limiting branded fusion does nothing. Alright.
Not really. Mathmech at Ignista. People are getting creative with this. I need to look at the alternate variants, but honestly, I'm a little burnt out on it. So, I've been looking at other decks.
Oh,
Runic.
That is disgusting.
Go away. Stop it. Sinful Spoils.
They have 3 Harp Horror.
Orcus.
They have 3 Harp Horror, Diabell Star, and the Pharaonic engine. The Phronic, I do like the Phronic engine. If that's what you're gonna get, the 3 level 8s.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna get the Pharaonic engine. I also want the Diabell Star and the rocks.
I'm not sure how I'll double check how free Diabell Star is in general, because it is also an 8.
You're just... here's the new Salomon Great variant. Kind of rearing its head.
Okay.
Pretty traditional. We have read it before. Free.
Very free. Send a card from your hand or field to the graveyard, summon it.
Shame it's send and not discard, like, but fair. Salad is salad.
That is salad.
But now it's all fire. Apparently that has made a massive difference, though.
Hey, it would make an absolutely huge difference, because they're not using it on debug.
Is that a resonator?
What? Yes, that is. It's one of the new ones.
Huh.
Chaos Angel.
And then they've got the new Dark Zeus, which must be decent, I guess. Oh,
get it off.
Yeah.
Get it off. I mean...
Fossil's pretty interesting.
Yeah, but it's Vernasilf. They're just, you know...
Yeah. Adventurer Shizuta.
Alright. Go back up to the 40 card, there, that thing. Let me have a look. No, you can't use that now. I thought you could actually play that. Plot Dragon, right at the top.
Yeah.
I guess they can be trusted.
I don't think that's it. Supreme King Magician? That's something new and interesting.
The deck has never changed through its ABCs. It is still very much capable of making some unfair interactions. It's just, it's not getting any love at the minute.
It did. It's got the new...
Oh yeah, it's got that.
They've got like the two halves of Electrum.
I mean, like with experimentation over here.
And they've got a single Electrum.
Oh god, that would be broken.
They've got a single Electrum, the two halves of...
I'll talk you through the end board. Omni-negate, format always, and they will also have this, which is a double pot during your opponent's turn.
And they've got... They could just be FTKing out here.
They don't have the Lorilla skin there, so... It will be an OTK enabler. Yeah. They summon that one instead, and then have the life points so they don't have to do as much.
I want to know why they're all still playing Gamma at 1. Is it really that worth it?
Do you know what? It might be. It might genuinely be.
I can't see it. A lot of Dark Zeus's.
It's still a monster negate, and it removes something, so you got to look at it from this point. If most combos revolve around a crucial part of it, like Speeder to go off, sure, they might be able to make a Baron, but that's it. So you drop Gamma, and it's like... What
do you do? Like, view it as another called by?
You can do, if you can use a Mist-like effect, where you're activating an important part from the hand or grave.
Yeah, so like Rescue Cat, for example.
You can just use it as another hand trap and go off the basis that you're probably not going to draw the driver.
There's...
it's not a bad card, it really isn't. It's
just have equal chance of drawing that as the Brit.
I think a lot of people have thrown the cards down and gone, I can't be arsed with this. If I can't play it at 3, I want to be lazy with it. Which, can you blame people?
No, if I was going to play it, I'd play 2 of the others.
I wouldn't bother. Delta and Epsilon aren't that great.
It's just the same thing, but for a spell.
Some spells are just like extenders now. Most of the spells are just extenders. Would you really waste a Delta on Fossil Dig, for example?
Maybe not Fossil.
Even Lost World, would you waste a Delta on Lost World?
I mean, potentially, yeah, but still.
And by the time they get round to activating Pill, it's too late.
Yeah.
So it's the way I see it. You look at what the extenders are actually doing.
Why? Because of Misk?
No, they usually have a rank 4 pills at the end.
Ah, right. Either way, yeah, they've probably got insulation by that point. In which case, I just wouldn't use it.
I'm just saying, there's nothing wrong with Gamma. It's fine. It's just I think people have thrown the cards down and gone, it was good at 3, it's bad at 1. I don't even want to risk drawing the driver.
Yeah.
And if you've got a card count higher than 40, then
Yeah.
you can justify it a bit more and just see it as a nice little one-off.
Yeah, it's still just an equal amount of bricky.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Either way, yeah. So that is the metagame report for that. Coolest
They have Kaiser
thing...
Coliseum at 3. Into the side, at 1 above.
Oh, why? Okay.
Why do they have Kaiser Coliseum at 3?
And Harp at 3. This is the most interesting deck on that list, by far, in my opinion.
Not because it has Orcust in it.
No, it's also the...
Yeah, we're getting them soon.
Yeah, and the Dark Zeus is appearing in a lot of lists, so if it's cheap on pre-sale, that's probably a good shot.
Probably worth picking up anyway.
Yeah. Just through seeing it, like, appearing as frequently as it is, it's clearly doing something right. What's that? Of my eyes.
Chaos Archfiend.
Oh, do we have that?
Yes.
Is it good?
No.
Okay. Right, I am so mad we can't see the list for this, but Plunder won a 800-man...
So whoever won
WCQ.
this decided that his Plunder deck was so 5-head he didn't want to share it. Selfish.
I mean, fairs. That's impressive, though. Like...
Well done. You won a regional with the fairest deck in the Rogue game.
I'm mad impressed. You almost sounded sarcastic, but I know you're not.
I'm not being sarcastic.
Yeah, that's incredibly impressive.
Alright. So in that top 8 was
Old
old school with a bit of new school.
Yeah, they are leaning into the marionette side of things, but they're not actually mainly.
I am
haunted
also
rock,
going
are
to
they?
Chef's Kiss the Solemn Strikes. Well done. It is the only way this deck has any capability of breaking through a negate board. So, well done.
That still sounds sarcastic. Yeah.
No, I'm really being
What
supportive
kind
on
of
that one.
confuses me, and like clearly they'll know the deck better than me, because I've only just picked it up and I'm loosely looking at it. I thought you played Haunted Rock if you played Marionetta, or you play 3 Pukari for your turn 1 Hexia.
So
But
Marionette
both are in the side.
Marionetta isn't a bad card at all.
Yeah.
This is bare bones. This is noodle soup. It works. It's very good, and it will.
Love noodle soup right now.
I do, but
He has a phrase of the week
I hate
every week.
2 manifestation. Like it is recurable on its own. Like
I think there are reasons. I just don't know what they are.
either way, well done. You brought a bit of history and a bit of the new stuff in. So the playstyle, I guess, hasn't changed. Nice, interesting traps. Obviously, ledger books, really nice. Also, commons, do pick them up if you don't have them. They banish 2 cards when you want. And Daruma cannon, which is just a book of Eclipse.
Right. Yeah. I've got Darumas, haven't I?
Yeah.
I've got Darumas. You've got Ledgers. I never picked up Ledgers.
The commons I'll give you. Anyway.
Yeah. Infernoble, 50 card deck.
And
by and large, I quite like it.
it's just interesting to see talent.
Yeah. I'm not a fan of the thrusts in the main.
Going first, but
I suppose it's like it's paired with going second options, so
yeah.
I'm assuming you just kind of. It's the same as opening evenly in a starting hand when you're going first.
Yeah.
It is what it is. The deck's got a million rotors. Clearly did well. Seems reasonably standard otherwise. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Infernoble getting a decent spot as well. That's interesting. I don't know what I picked out of
Chimera.
It was.
Let's put it this way: none of these decks are interesting because we know what they're doing.
Yeah,
we've seen them a million.
I've looked through these. They're
on every week.
Same.
Yeah. But this new Chimera Builder branded, we'll have a look at it, and now book it into the, all right, this is nothing new.
I mean, it is right now.
But for the next, well, for the foreseeable news, it's going to be the same.
Yeah, we are kind of falling into that a little bit at the moment. So, we have got the Chimera engine. This seems to simplify Branded so much, but also gives it a silly amount of power.
It's 2 free engines, basically.
Yeah, but
And
they
Fenrir's
mesh
nice on
really
its own.
well. They do absolutely grotty things.
The super polys are pretty crazy.
Yeah, basically, it looks like your core of the Chimera engine, along with your Branded side. There's not a lot of Branded in it, really. Yeah, it's all pretty much the same throughout what I've seen so far. Your tech cards are where it differs, so like whether the main deck in Super Poly probably would, you know. Book of Eclipses are obviously non-standard, Fenrir's non-standard, and then you've got your...
Book of Eclipse is really good anyway, because what they can do is if they're waiting for your Lubellion or your Albion to resolve, and they activate Imperm on the activations, then you can chain Eclipse to book a moon your own thing and resolve it anyway, and because it's face down, you can still use it.
Yeah.
So, it's a nice little call by the grave for Impermanence and Invaler.
Yeah, it's a good list, but yeah, we saw 2 more instances. They were largely the same on ratios with different tech choices.
Yeah.
And again, Mexico City Regional 600 Duelist, like, very well played to everyone who's here, but
nothing's different.
This was interesting. So we don't know the winner, but 180 Duelist at Bogota.
Yeah.
Literally, I have this second messaged Josh, who everyone would have seen feature before, and been like, have you got a spare Age Rhine? Because this is smart.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I've literally just...
It's a very simplified Marincess engine. I did tell you that this was the case.
I hate it.
Yeah, well, it's not bad.
Yeah, again, I'm playing a Desires build. This is fine, because you've got an extra deck search for either Dive or Wave.
He's not playing Planet Mining.
Lotion. That's another thing that I noticed.
It'd just be 3 goes a match and replace for it.
But, like, to be fair, they're all 1-card starters.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a lot more resilient than that, but they're all 1-card starters. It's not exactly how I'd build it, but I'm absolutely...
And a very well-built side deck.
I need to get the Owies, because they are really quite nice. Yeah, it's solid, it's cool. Splash Mage is something I need to experiment with, because...
Yes, we got 2 things now that you need to think about. No Toad, though.
Yeah, there's missing out on Toad. I don't know about the Water Charmer. Like, that's specifically only good in the mirror, I guess.
Wow.
Yeah, there's no water hand traps, really, that I can think of.
It's not even about that. It's more the fact that it's a rotor for your waters if your opponent outset. So.
Isn't that specifically destroys?
Yeah, so the most of the time they'll crash over it anyway.
Yeah. Against this deck, I would be very inclined to just spin it something, because 1-card starters.
Anyway.
Yeah, no, I've got a few things to think about.
It's very late for our incest discussion right now.
It's very late in general. Mathmech did well after I've just been like, right, I'm getting off the deck, steering my head in. It's just, I just keep getting absolutely done over by plants.
This wasn't the list that we saw.
This was not. But either way, Spirit Mathmech is taking off in quite a big way. Kashtira Scareclaw as well. This was one that kind of showed up on there. I don't know anything about it, but it looks pretty good.
They're searching for Emre to get an extender for the Scarecrows.
Yeah, but they are also taking the Arise, so they must have a way.
What's the way? What level are you, mister? Not a 7. Anyway. I can't wrap my head around it right now.
Sign up,
There we are.
This was it. Yeah, nice, condensed, good bridges.
And what is my favourite term for this?
Noodle soup.
Noodle soup.
Link Spider, I kept debating that as well. Chaos Hunters is in. This is a very, like, me deck.
I think Chaos Hunter's bad in a Kashtira format.
Yeah, but Kashtira is kind of...
Gimme! I'll continue anyway.
Yeah, but Kashtira is not the deck it used to be.
Yeah, it's even more obnoxious because you're losing to just the one thing now rather
Adventure
than deck with.
PK?
I mean, it's never going to suck.
Yeah.
It's a 2-card combo, you make Cherubini, you win. Happy days. And now they've got a negate for it. Also, you can literally send Water Enchantress for cost off of Cherubini, which also gets your entire combo.
Yeah, this is actually not PK Fire at all. It is purely Adventure PK.
Yeah, so the idea would just be normal scales, make Cherubini, send Water Enchantress, get a free negate.
Yeah.
Make Bardish under... using Cherubini, and then get a double Fog Blade as well.
Interesting.
It's for the Wheeler package.
Yeah, I figured. Rescue Ace as well.
The Ninos are still doing things.
And I think the things that the Ninos are doing are more or less the same now. We're seeing BLS come back in some of the decks, which is nice.
I think they're running out of ideas. The extra deck really does not matter in this.
BLS is good.
What can I put in here to make people laugh? I think they should genuinely just make this an entire GOAT extra deck now.
Scareclaw Manadeum.
I mean, this actually does have a solid line to 3 or 4 negates now. Oh yeah, they can also do Bish Balkan with the Crimson Dragon to make this in your opponent's turn. So, enjoy!
Delightful. We would judge harder, but that's exactly what you're doing in your fun deck. And we're back to the start. So,
it was a long week this week.
Oh, that was a lot of news. We're gonna do them regularly again instead of skipping weeks, and they might just be one week. No, it was 2. We missed one, doubled up, missed one, had all the news in the world. Because even the doubled up one wasn't a lot.
No, it weren't.
So, okay, yep. Like, comment, subscribe, tell your friends, hit the bell icon, do all those good things. Watch the profiles, they're getting more regular. Watch the streams, pop in and play against us.
Tell your friends, do the things. I'm kind of tired now. I think I'll go home.
Again, let's change the subject. We're leaving.